Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm gonna do a little bit of a video comparison video, comparing these two bad boys, and this is of course iconic Seiko legendary diver SKS 007, and this is its counterpart, Citizen NY400 and NY0040, and one of the variations, this one has a custom Pepsi bezel, but if you ignore that, just pretend that this is a black bezel. These two watches are both black divers, and they are both affordable, and they are both the same like I said, price range, and for the same purpose. They both die watches, and I'm not gonna make a long and boring video throwing all the specs on the way. I will mention some other specs because I have my caliper, but I want to do a little comparison video just to say, let's say, this is let's be honest, this is a more popular, more iconic, and in my opinion, better looking watch than the next one, than this one. But if you want something different, but with the same capabilities, you don't want to follow the herd. You don't want to be a sheep and wear the same watch everyone does. Of course, you can modify the Seiko, make it look like Ballon 50 Phantoms, but to tell you the truth, I don't like that too much, and I just like it to be original. And even I don't like even the insert here, but it's kind of cool overall, and I think it works for this watch. But like I said, if you want something different, that not everything that every other guy who's a follower of TGV or Urban Gentry prefers, and nowadays the flavor of the month is Seiko SKX 009 with the Pepsi Seiko SKS. I don't know, some guy in some movie wore it, and now everyone's jumping on it. But sometimes it's good to be different, and Citizen, of course, is a large watch company, just a bit smaller than Seiko. Well, in terms of recognizability and popularity, I don't know about the sales, and I think the Citizen makes more money on their watches because they sell and sort of out their movements all over the place. But give you a little bit of a history. Seiko, this version of Seiko was first released, I believe, in 1996, and as an answer, Citizen in 1997, The Noisy Neighbor, or were they the noisy neighbors? I don't know how that goes. Like Man City and Man United, but this will definitely be Man United. But I don't want to spoil the good feel and good love I have for these watches. I'm a gunner, so let's just call them neighbor, a noisy neighbor. And so in 1997, Citizen released this one, and I don't know what the previous version was, but this is the way I see it. This was the answer to this one. So Seiko sold since then many of these watches, and these are great value, iconic watches. One of the best values in affordable divers, under 200 bucks we're talking here. So do not expect miracles. It's nothing fancy. If you want a better watch, you want a better bracelet, pay the piper. You have to pay 400 bucks at least, or 3 to 4, I don't know, sumo. So please stop complaining about that. the bracelet sucks, man. Well, it's a 150 watch, so, and this one is pretty much there. It's a bit cheaper than this one. I don't know, off the bat and straight off the bat. And this one you can find it all over the place, and this one you have to look a bit deeper, like Croatian watches, I don't know, Long Island, eBay. I bought this one used. I always wanted to check it out and to see it in the first place. And if you don't want to follow the herd, you don't want to be too big of a sheep, or you just want something different with the more design and character, then I recommend this Citizen NY. This is a Citizen Promaster NY0040. You Google that and you will find it. I will try and put it in the description box. Now, speaking of this watch, I said you have to pretend that this is a black bezel, because this is a aftermarket Pepsi bezel. It's kind of nice, but other than that, this is a diving watch, stainless steel case. Diving watch, stainless steel case. Which one do you like more? I gotta have to say that this Citizen has more character to it, and it has a design that's more unique and that's more cool, and it can stand on its own, has more character, especially this bezel. Check out this bezel ridges here. This is way too cool for school and gives completely different look to it. And this particular one has a crown on the left side. It's called popular lefty, but overall it's this watch is no lesser than this one. So for me, in terms of quality and performance, they are at the same level. So now it's up to you if you want to buy something different, or you want to buy a complete knockoff of a Rolex or whatever. But these both watches, at the end of the day, at the end of the video, they're great. Whatever you pick, you cannot go wrong. So I just wanted to show you there's something else, something different than what every Joe wears out there. So it has a nice bezel. Speaking of bezels, this bezel wins with all these ridges and cooler and unique design, but the bezel action, check this out. Listen. It's pure, like you opening a safe. It's 120 clicks versus this one. This is a brute with 60 clicks, but it works. They both serve the same function. They have the same appearance, and they both work. At the end of the day, the case back, the bracelets are, I think this is you can find this one on the stainless steel bracelets, but keep in mind the era those watches were produced. Even the Rolex had the crappy bracelets. So, but this one looks very nice on the bracelet. You can buy these both on the rubber bands, or you can put a gold needle afterwards. Speaking of bracelets, the lug width of this watch is 20 millimeters compared to lug width of this watch here. It's 22 millimeters. So this watch, excuse me, I had to pause the video and cough my ass out. So this watch has a smaller lug width, and it wears smaller on the wrist than this one, and they both are 42 millimeters, and this one's 42 millimeters in diameter, but it wears smaller, a bit smaller than this one on the wrist. But overall, these are just awesome watches from the best most respected manufacturers in the world. Seiko is powered by say 7S26 movement. Seiko, just an entry level movement, nothing to write home about, but it's very sturdy, it's very reliable, and it will take a kicking and keep on licking, or something like that. And this one is Miyota 8. I can't remember off the pad, and I can show you the movement. This is Miyota 8203, and this is also very reliable movement, and it's a day date also, and both of these watches are not hackable, but you can hack the second hands. You can hack them if you want to. You have to wait till the watch is low on the power reserve, just reverse the backwards. But this one, Citizen, you can manually wound it, so that's a plus. The crown is here and the crown is here. Overall, two awesome watches to have, and I don't know what is a better dial watch than one of these for this kind of money. For I'm talking budget between $100 and $200. Well, actually, I do know one of the watch that is a also close competitor, but we'll talk about that maybe in the next video. There's the Orient tray, and I just want to see how it wears on the wrist. It's 12 millimeters, so it's not that thick, and I'm just gonna put this here, Seiko, on my wrist, and to see how they sit next to each other. I should have put a Seiko on a NATO prior to this, and just to be cooler and more prepared. And I hope you can see this on the photos here, but this is another thing I like on the Citizen more, the dial color. The color of the dial on Seiko appears to be black, but it's actually dark gray. It's like charcoal gray, while on this one is a deep black, glossy black, deep ink glossy black, and that's something I would kill to have on this watch. Other than that, they both kind of unique. The Citizen's more refined watch because this is a pure tool dial watch, and Citizen has steel frames, steel polished frames around the loom, and on the date has a frame, while this one does not have. Sorry about that. And speaking of loom, I don't know, loom is pretty much out there. This has Super Luminova, this is Seiko's Loom Bright. I guess Seiko could be a bit more brighter, but at the end of the day, I don't think. They are both equal in that department. So the color of the dial and indices of Citizen, and even hands, I prefer hands here more than on a Seiko, but I like the Seiko's color combination, black and white, just pure black and white. And this here, a loom, it's more greenish, and it glows green, but it looks greenish over here. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but it kind of looks greenish. And this one has a bit of a patina, so it's yellowish, it's nicer. But overall, the loom looks green even in the daylight, and this one is black and white, so I like that combo more. But overall, I just wanted to do a little video, a little comparison. There's another option out there, but we'll talk that in another video. These two watches, whatever you decide, you cannot make a mistake. These are just awesome watches, and I know some guy, when I bought this watch, I would prefer to have it a black bezel, so I will try to find a black bezel one or not. I don't know. I want to buy some, I want to find some other watches, but just pretend this is a black bezel here. And also there are different variations, but this one you can find the yellow, blue, black, the goldy, even the entire loomed dial. And this one you can find the, of course, Pepsi version with the blue dial and Pepsi. I don't like that pretty much, I'm gonna tell you. And you can find it in orange color as well, so it's up to you. At the end of the day, it's up to you to decide and to choose what you like and what do you think it's the best. I think these two watches have a place in the same collection, and they can both live in your collection, especially if you have affordable collection. And this watch has a lot of character, and it looks, whenever I see this watch on someone's wrist, I know what kind of watch is it. And this one kinda, even though this one is also a unique design, but kinda has that Submariner vibe. But I like that, and people also, other people like that, so I don't see nothing too terminal in that. But these are both great watches, and if you have the money, buy them both, or wait the next week to do a comparison with the Orient 3, but that's another story. So I'm EDC Gunner, and thank you for watching, and subscribe.